Hi everyone, we're here today with Nick Cullen, a transfer pricing partner at AZ. So Nick, can you please give us a summary of what transfer pricing is?
So it's broadly an internationally accepted set of principles which looks to ensure that transactions between related parties are taking place on arm's length terms. That can be corporate to corporate or individual to individual. Each territory will have its own transfer pricing legislation, but that will either refer to or be very similar to the guidelines that are issued by the OECD.
So Nick, what's the purpose of these rules and who needs to be aware of them?
So what they're trying to do is to make sure that groups are paying the right amount of tax in the right territory. So very broadly, it's looking to align operational substance and value creating activities across a group's global footprint.
Why is this area a hot topic and why do clients want to work with us?
So over the last 10 years, there's been a huge amount of change in the international tax landscape. The OECD were challenged to update a lot of guidelines and guidance to be fit for purpose in the digital world in which we operate. This has led more specifically in transfer pricing to some key fundamental changes into how we determine what an arm's length price is, and also how groups need to hold documentation from a transfer pricing.
So who needs to be aware of these rules and why do clients want to work with us?
So our clients are typically international groups, so they could be inbound or outbound, from large listed businesses to those groups who are taking the first steps overseas. And we work a lot with private equity backed companies from a understanding and a supportable level of debt post-transaction, but a lot more of those companies are either expanding overseas or already have international operations to take advantage of higher growth markets. We work with clients to make sure that they're compliant with transfer pricing across their footprint. There's a lot more pressure from external stakeholders, and groups are best placed when those questions start to get asked. That can be from tax authorities asking more questions, which we're seeing across the globe, but also external auditors. When things like transactions happens and due diligence is about to take place, transfer pricing is always a hot topic and questions get asked.
Well, that was brilliant. Thanks very much, Nick. So if you've got any questions, please do get in touch with Nick or your local assets advisor.